Hey folks, Brad from Orders from Headquarters. How you doing today? Man, what a great day today. It's too bad I was at work for most of it, but oh my God, was it a good day. Sun's out. It's got to be, I don't know. It's warm. My boys are actually out taking it. They're trying out the new ice bath. I'm laughing. I was like, holy cow, I ain't getting in. I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not going in that ice bath. I don't get paid enough to go do that. However, I did some shop upgrades here lately, and if you haven't noticed, I put some new shelves up behind me so that way I could show some of this stuff. I built a new add-on to my miter saw bench. I was really tired of not having room for my boards, and I put like a shelf. I'll show you when we get to getting some videos, so just stay tuned, keep an eye out for that. I've been really doing some cool stuff here in this barn. It's been taking me a while, but I'm really proud of how it's starting to turn out. I mean, she's a 250-year-old barn. She's doing pretty good, so I like it. So I'm also building a swing set out in my backyard. I'll keep you updated on it. I just got the post in a couple days ago. I'm waiting on the hardware. So as soon as I get the hardware, I'll start doing some footage on it, because it's not really, everybody can put in a post, dig 2 feet, pour some concrete in, or whatever you got to dig down to get below frost level. You know, I got cedar posts, 4x6s, that'll work. So anyway, I went 2 foot. I'm on the rock ledge, so I can't go any deeper even if I wanted to. So it'll be all right. I don't think she's gonna go anywhere. If she does, I'll just replace it. So anyway, meanwhile, back at my farm, I've been waiting, and all of a sudden, oh, I knew it was coming. Here it goes. Yeah. What can I do for you? Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll see you about that. All right. I'll let you know in a little bit. Thanks, hon. Nope. Yes, Major. Oh, yes, General. I'll get it right yet. Stand by. I forgot she got promoted. I should have promoted her a long time ago. I just hadn't. Now I'm paying for it because I didn't say it. So anyway, it's funny. It's a joke between the two of us. So yeah, she's been looking at Pinterest, got all kinds of ideas, and she uses that and Etsy, and she throws them at me, and I go, yeah, maybe I'll think about it. However, today I got one that I've been wanting to do for a while. Now I know what y'all are thinking. Why does he have a twig on there? Well, I have 3 pieces of tongue and groove cedar that are about 3.5 foot long. I'm not going to use them. I'm going to end up cutting them in half because there's some bad spots in them, and they were cut-offs and throwaways off my barn that I've been working on. So I figured, what the hell, I don't want to throw them away. I'm going to use them for my projects, and here we go. Well, that limb's going to be part of that project. And I told you before I was going to give you a look at what my new miter saw is starting to look like, table's looking like. So, mine mess. So I started there. Put me a new no drop plate on my saw because mine was chewed. There wasn't nothing left of it. And that's the rest of my bench right at the moment. So, I figured it looks pretty good. I was impressed. Took me all of about an hour and maybe an hour and a half maybe. Anyway, turned out pretty nice. So let's get to this project. I'm really looking forward to it. So, like I said, we're going to cut these first boards over here in half. They're going to be about 17 to 18 inches long. I'll tell you as soon as I get a good measurement. And when I get this camera put up on the stand, I'll give you what it is. Stand by. So, I have my 3 boards sitting there, and I think I'm going to cut them at 20 3/4 of an inch. You can make it rounded off. You can make it 20, 20.5. Doesn't really matter. And I'll show you why here in a second. But I'm going to go with 20 3/4 because that's where it comes up to a bad spot. Here's one. Two. I could probably get out of this one. Hey, how about that? It all works. I I'd rather keep with the same board, that way I don't have to worry about it. So, I have my 3 boards here. They are, let's see here. They are 20 3/4 inches long. So now that that's out of the way, what's this one here? And that's a 17 1/4. I wonder how wide these are going to be. I'm going to have to rip 2 of these on different ends, because I don't want the tongue in the groove in the way. So let's see, it's that one. Those fit together, and that one fits together. Some of these don't fit as good as others, and I haven't figured out why. It's kind of annoying. I got 2 different types of tongue and groove, and they don't always fit together right. Sometimes you get a bigger gap on one than the other, and it kind of gnaws at you after a while. But let's see what she comes out looking like. Let's take it from that lip where the tongue and groove starts. It's at 15 1/4. How wide is this? Plenty. We'll use that. That'll be the bottom piece that we'll need for this. So basically this is going to be one big shelf, and I'll show you here in a minute. So stand by, I'll meet you at my table saw. So I have my table saw set up to cut for a 1/2 inch. I got to drop my blade a little bit because it's too high, and I don't want to cut that high. And it should be right about there. One. Here comes the second one. Those 2 are cut. Still end up with a board just like such. Alrighty then. So, after measuring this end here, it's 13 5/8. So I'm gonna mark this board that I have at 13 5/8, which I have marked already. I'm getting ready to cut, but I wanted you to know what I was gonna do. So I got it set at 13 5/8 for the bottom of this board right here. Now, it went from, this board should have been an inch bigger, but there was a big old rot spot in it I had to cut out. I couldn't live with it in there. It just bugged me. So I cut it out, and it might make a difference on what I'm doing, but I don't think it will. Stand by. So now that I got that lined up, I'm going to have to get some screws in my screw gun. So stand by. So the first thing I have to do before I screw this to the bottom is do some pre-drilling. I need to drill so I can mount this tree limb that I took off of a branch out in my yard, because I figured I'd like it, and it was an old apple tree. But I want to make something out of it. I'm making it into a shelf or an heirloom for one of my kids. So stand by. I'm gonna drill this, and then I'm gonna put this on my countersink the other holes. Now, you may be wondering why I'm countersinking this. Well, it's because it's cedar and I don't want to scratch the bottom of the wherever it's going to sit, or if you use it as a sitting on a table. But I'm assuming this is going to be hung from a wall, so I didn't want any screws in the board to hang out the back. So I'm going to use it as a bottom, and I'm going to put 1.25 inch screws in the bottom with a little glue, and we should be good. Stand by. Okay, you can see I glued it. I got the glue strip on it right there. Let me put this back on. I'm going to end up screwing it in. Got that first set screw where I countersunk it. I don't want to over tighten. I really don't want to split this out. And I don't want that glue everywhere. Awesome. It's going together good. Alrighty, now that we got that out of the way, now I need to put this in. That's why I drilled that extra hole. Make sure she fit. And if it don't, you can always go back and make it a little wider. But I used a 3/8 inch drill bit to drill it, so I figured it'd be close. Put a little glue in. Now, what I also did, I prepped my stick so that it would be more flat. I cut off any limbs that hung out on the back side so it would hang against this board. But I want to put that in there, and then I'm going to lay it down gently so I don't break anything. If it does, it didn't need to be on there anyway. Now, the fun part. I get a cut for these two little limbs, because you don't want your stuff sticking up. You don't want them hanging off the board. So I'm going to have to put a measurement on my board about where that's going to go. It's going to go there. Oop, come that way a little bit. We're going to change it up. It's going to go there. So you got a reference where to bring this to. Mark a line on either side. Should be fairly easy because I'm going up with the edge and then at that, I drew a line right here. You'll be able to see it. You won't be able to see it with the angle of the camera right there, but it'll help me hold this down when I screw this in. But I got to make a line on this other board so it'll cut. And I'm going to take it out with my bandsaw. I could rip it real quick, but I don't want to be dangerous on film. So I'll do it on my jigsaw or bandsaw. Stand by. Okay, I put some glue in. I'm getting ready to screw the back. Got them limbs notched where I wanted them. Kinda. I should probably tuck that one too, but I didn't. Oh well. I might have to trim that one. Don't want to, but maybe. Now I'm not real sure where this one is because there's a bunch of little holes in the back of this. I'll try it. Woohoo! Worked like a champ. So I'm going to end up putting some glue on the back end of this. There we go. And then I got to screw it once I get it. One more, and I think we're just going to freelance this one up toward the top. Not even put any limbs on it. So let it run free. But I'm going to pre-drill with this one. There we go, got that one in. Huh. Now to finish screwing this top one on. I put the glue in. I'm getting ready to screw it on. There we go. I like it. It'll work. there you go. That, my friends, is one of my favorite selling projects. I sell a lot of these, and they go pretty quick. Except for I'm off just a little bit on my top, and I don't like that. So, let me tell you why I like this project. One, I get rid of a lot of scraps. Two, I get to get rid of some of the limbs in my yard, which I get a ton of, and I always wonder what to do with them, and I wanted to find a good use for them instead of, always burning them. And I like this apple tree. We had an old tire swing out in this house when I first moved here, and this was part of the old apple tree. It's part of the reason that we lost it because the lightning hit it and split it in half, and I ended up losing my tree. But you don't have to lose everything you got, you might as well get some memories out of it. So I made these. I'm gonna give each one of them to my kids, and let me show you a couple different versions I've done. I did one with a moon. It's just a piece of MDF that I'd cut out. Had it painted white. It was painted white with a primer, and I never went anywhere with it. I don't know what it was for, but I ended up making that one. I was going to put a couple bats in it, sell it for Halloween. You can do all kinds of stuff. You could paint the backgrounds. You can use them for shelves like I did on this one. I made this one into a shelf. You can make them bigger. You can make them smaller. You could do the whole living room wall with it if you wanted to. Just make different shelves and put a whole tree limb in there if you want. I just kind of like this idea, and it's worked out in the past for me, and I've sold a lot of these. I've sold probably 4 or 5 in the last couple of weeks. I like making them. I like making all kinds of different stuff. So whenever I can find scrap that's getting thrown out, I'm putting it into a project. I can tell you that now. Like I said, whenever I find a good piece of scrap, I'm all about it. Most of my projects here, other than the caddy project for the bearded Viking project, that one I had used some of my personal wood that I'd saw milled myself, and I've been proud of those boards. I've had them for a long time, and I can't wait till that project comes up. I'm really looking forward to that contest, and I hope he likes my project. I stuck a lot of time into it, and I messed with a lot of different things I'd never done before on that. So, I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And like I said, I'm waiting for something to heat up so I can show you a trick I learned. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go till that heats up, and I will be right back. So, a lot of you guys know that we get these burners. You got to wait for like 15 minutes till they're ready. I like to test them on my blocks. So I take these test blocks, just blocks that I'm not going to use, and I use them to test them out. When they turn out good, I end up cutting them. I can get 2 out of each one of these. Now when I go to like craft fairs and stuff, I hand them out. That way you have not only can you mark your merchandise, you can give them that, you can have mine's got Bradley Wool Woodworking right there. And it's got the flag because I'm a vet and I'm proud of it. But I do like to mark all of my products before I take them out. And this is a good way to mark them. There you go. When I make these and I have my iron good and hot, it's a really good time to make a bunch of these up. So I'll make 15 or 20 of these, or however many I got to mark, because once this thing gets hot, I might as well keep using it, because I really hate waiting for it to get set up and to get warm enough to use. So it's a good idea to have a bunch of stuff ready to mark when you're going to do this. If you've got a bunch of products ready to go to sell, I advise you to have them already ready to go. Have a bunch of these made up. Hand them out. Cut them out. Put your number on the back of it. You can use it for price tags if you want. You can set them up on the table, have your name on it, have their $15, $10, $25, $30, $40, $50, whatever the sell it is, your price is. You can have them with that. You can have them with this, with the product. Just leave it sitting there. I don't know, it's the best thing I could come up with. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I gotta put my heat gun away here because I don't want to burn myself. So, like I said, if you like this video, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. This is Brad from Orders from Headquarters, signing out. Have a good day, folks.